Oh, hey, how's everybody doing? Well, I'll make y'all a real quick update video. Not really about the T-Bucket. I guess it kind of is, but so the work truck. The last video, I wasn't really done with, or I might have been done. I don't know. I didn't really watch the last video and do my homework before I came out here, and my memory sucks. I got too much going on every day to remember what the last thing I recorded is. But anyway, that night of the video, I stayed out late, got everything done. I drove it to work the next day, and I've been driving it to work every day after that. Really, I haven't drove anything but that since I got that thing. So about 3 days after I had it, it was just running so damn bad. I had to put plugs and wires on it and do a few things, tune it up. Got it running better. It's got orange silicone top to bottom out of every single gasket on the motor, oozing out orange silicone and oil. And after driving it a couple days, it don't have oil pressure once it's warmed up, and like at all. Like even driving down the road, it's got a little bit sometimes, not normally. And after a trip to go get, I haul fuel for my job. That's part of what I do, is I got to fuel up my own equipment. So I got a 125 gallon bulk tank that goes in the back of the truck. So I trucked on, three towns over to get my fuel. It's the farthest I've been in the truck, and all highway driving. And on the way back, with a little bit of fuel on there, it's like you just tell that engine's not happy, and it's starting to really like complain. And the problem is, it's so damn low geared. You can only go, top speed is 72 mile an hour. That's to the floor as fast as she's going to go, and it's floating the valves. Like 65 mile an hour, it's starting to float the valves, and then like 68, it's definitely floating the valve. You can go 72 if you're going down a hill. So I've been pretty much driving it around on valve float for at the edge of valve float since I've had it. And 55, 60 mile an hour is like 4,000 RPMs, and the RPMs go up quick. Like you're driving around town in fourth gear. I mean, you could just about take off in third gear. You don't ever use first. The only time you use second's if you take off. Like driving around town, you mostly third and fourth gear is all you use. And still, going 45, it's wound up pretty tight. It's like it needs like 2 more gears. If it was a 6-speed, it would be fine, but it's not. So I was going to put this engine in it, the one we're looking at right here. I was going to stick that in the old work truck, but running that many RPMs every day is going to burn it up. Just too much piston speed, too many RPMs, too long a stroke to be doing that kind of crap. It's alright to run them way up top, wind them up tight a few times, as long as you don't hold them there. If you just hold the engine, at a high RPM like that all the time, it ain't gonna last long. I don't like it. They get hot. The engine in that truck is living proof that it doesn't like it. Because just a few days of me taking it down the highway and back, it's about wore out. So let me show you what we're gonna do about that. Got a little bit of something special in this box right here. Wondering what it could be. So there's the crankshaft I'm putting in that engine out there, and that engine is a high nickel 010 block 4-bolt main. It's got a 4-inch bore. So for comparison, you guys can see that. Look how short that little stroke is. That's the end of this bearing journal is coming over past the main. I mean, a little tiny stroke on that little guy. Any guesses of what displacement that engine's going to be after I put this tiny little crank in it? So to go on that crank, I got some scat rods, which by the way, that's a forged crank. These are forged rods, both 4340 steel. So got some forged rods. Also have forged pistons. They're Icon pistons. They got the little ring in them, the little thin piston rings. They ain't got the big thick ones. Also, I'm using All-King bearings in this engine because I didn't have very good luck with the Clevites I used last time I built this engine. I've always used Cleveland bearings. This would be the first time I've used anything but I got all new King bearings. And I'm running Speed Pro rings. I got a cam valve train. I got it pretty much exactly everything I needed for this engine to make it run way up top. So we got all that. And yeah, we're gonna redo a set of heads. I'm probably going to use these heads I've been working on, and we're going to, like I said, I'll show you the pistons after they get here, but it'll be Friday before they get here. So we got everything we need to build this engine into an engine that'll turn as many RPMs as I want it to for as long as I want it to. I've seen them little engines turn 9,000 RPM. I've seen one that turns 12,000 RPM. You know, I've seen a few of them that'll turn around 1050 or 11. Like, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it won't care about running 4,000 or 5,000 RPMs all day long, screaming down the highway. It's not a problem. Leave in the comments what you think the cubic inch displacement's going to be after I put this little tiny crank in. I ain't going to say how long the stroke is, but there's an old engine, to give you all a little hint, there's an old engine built that actually back in the day when they started doing this, there was an engine block that was made into 3 different engines. You know, all the same bore size, they just had different cranks in them. So there's a big clue. And no, it's not a Ford engine, because everybody's going to be, oh, that's a Ford engine. Nope, nope, nope. That's Chevy made those too from the factory. Do your research. You get so sick of every time I talk about this, people are, oh, it's a Ford. So there's a great big freaking clue. If y'all can't figure out what I'm building now, I don't know what to tell you. That's pretty much the 2 biggest clues I can give you. But yeah, we're going to make this thing just sing like crazy. And we're going to stick it in the work truck. It's going to be a kick-ass 1-ton work truck. I really like the truck too, so it's going to work out great, I think. But yeah, pretty much I need to pull this engine out, pull it apart, everything out of this engine, crank, rods, pistons, cam, timing, lifters, bearings, and all can go right into that other block I have after I Magnaflux it. So I got another one of these 010 blocks. It's actually the heavy-duty reinforced block. It's got like a bunch of extra casting. You can definitely tell they're a different block from this. I mean, it's reinforced like crazy. Was it TLC Bear said they used them in school buses and dump trucks and stuff like that. They're a heavy-duty version of this engine. So I got another block I can throw everything out of this in. If not, I got that old TBI block over there where everything out of this will still fit in that engine. Plus, well, only exception is I'll have to use that crank, which that crank's good. So I could use everything but the crank out of this engine to fix that other engine and make it like brand new again. So I think I'm going to kind of, you know, kill 2 birds with 1 stone kind of deal. I'm going to build this one to run like a scalded rabbit, and I'm going to build that one to just be a factory V8 engine again with a nice, well, with a nice cam in it. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So there's a poorly edited video. I tried. I was critiquing myself and bugging the shit out of myself. Kept, you know, redoing the video because I'd say something wrong or the camera was shaky. So I even went to the trouble of getting my tripod out to try to not screw this up and make a horrible video the right way. You know, it's not really a great video still. It's, you know, at least it's not like shake cam and stuff. I must have drank too much Dr. Pepper today because my hands are shaking. That or I've been up on the roof and it's cold outside. Had to fix my roof, so yeah, I'm glad Flex Seal like exists. Flex Seal, some awesome stuff. That saved me a bunch of trouble. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Stay tuned. As soon as I pull this thing out or start doing anything interesting, I'll make a video for you guys. I just ain't really been doing much lately. I've been going to work and working and coming home, so now I'm going to do some cool shit. Y'all stay tuned.